Welcome to On the Set. Only a small percentage of you guys are subscribed. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs, and once we reach that, we're going to give a subscriber a $100 giveaway. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share this video with your friends.
My friends started looking like real homeless, and one of my boys actually, he plays baseball at Alabama.
Wow.
Back in the time, his dad was cutting his hair like growing up, and he was giving him like the most atrocious like bowl cuts.
Welcome back to On the Set, ladies and gentlemen, and he's and theys and thems.
So you have every intro you do, you sound
Welcome back. Today's lovely guest is a close family member of mine, sorta. His name is Mark, but you hear me referring to him referred to him as Hanna.
Are you okay?
Okay,
You
let's
guys
clap it up.
believe that he was an actor? That's crazy.
Let's clap it up for Mark. Welcome,
Hey
Mark.
guys, how you doing?
Mark.
Thank you for having me.
Mark,
Thank you
Mark,
for
Mark,
coming.
and Mark. There's four of you, right?
There is actually four of us. In
Insane.
my
We
group.
should have all four of you in the podcast
It
at
would
the
be
same
insane.
time.
It would be so insane.
And this
Mark
room is
show.
way too small for that.
Yeah. No, we actually when we had like 5 at one time.
We move it.
We move it. Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
we do. We have another room in there where we record in. We had like 8 people in there at one point.
Bro, I forgot
That's what's up.
to get you water. It's okay.
It's
you can
fine.
Just, yeah, you can thirst. Anyways, Mark, introduce yourself. Who are you? What college are you in college? What college you go to? Blah blah.
All right, guys. My name is Mark Hanna.
Yeah.
I study business management at Palm Beach Atlantic University with a concentration in entrepreneurship, and I'm a full-time Hasselblad.
Hey, yeah.
Yes, sir,
You just
baby.
shouted out our group. Wait, entrepreneurship that's a major of itself?
It's not a major, but like,
PBA is weird.
yeah, so with, I guess, the business majors, you could do concentrations. There's like franchising, entrepreneurship. I think there's a marketing one as well. I just thought like, entrepreneurship was
But you're in
kind of my
business.
alley.
No, communications. I switched.
Oh, that's good.
I originally was actually a minor in public relations, but
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, okay. How are you liking PBA? Because we, I'm trying to think if we had people from PBA on this podcast.
Fucking Michael.
Oh yeah, because we like
and Mark,
we've had a lot of people from a lot of universities.
yeah.
But are you enjoying PBA?
I say I just kind of say I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like living the simple life of where I just drive 10 minutes. I'm at school. I'm not waking up for like
Yeah.
crazy 8 a.m. classes that like
Yeah.
I'm struggling to even sign up for. So I'm just chilling,
College is so
doing
different.
my thing.
Yeah.
Remember
Well,
back-
you just switched or no?
Yeah, I switched again. But I remember back then everyone was so happy about college. It was like, oh, we're going to go there and party and do this and that. And everyone's kind of just like, let's
Yeah.
just do online. Let's just get my degree and get this shit over with.
Yeah,
It's kind of what it feels like with me, especially.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Diversity at PBA has been a topic we bring up. People that go to PBA, we have. It's not that much, correct?
Yeah, I wouldn't say so. I'd say there's like maybe a few people that like are just kind of diverse, like different religions,
Oh yeah, or ethnicities.
ethnicities,
Yeah.
people with like colored hair,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. Speaking of hair, okay, so Dylan and I, we love bringing on people that are local to 561 that are making big moves, and whether it's a big move and something crazy or small. So we've had a lot of people that are like real estate, singers, dancers, actors, social media, dads at young of an age. It's crazy. So for you, Mark, I know that you cut hair, and I know that Dylan has a million questions for you, but I would start this discussion off by this. Mark started cutting hair for fun. Did it start in COVID? Did it start right when COVID happened?
It started during COVID.
So this is what happened. He started cutting hair for fun. He was bored. He learned how to cut hair. He started getting good at it. He started practicing on our boy group, which our boy group is called Haffle, which I've talked about before in this podcast. And then he just started getting really good, and then we started all coming to him, and we started all dropping our barbers. Slowly but surely, he started getting more recognition. He made an Instagram page called The Blender Boy. That's his name, The Blender Boy.
Okay.
And then after that, he just sorta somehow blew up because everyone knows somebody that needs a haircut, so we have connections. And now it's come to the level where you book him. So you book him. So your question to him earlier.
You have an app?
Yeah, I'm on Booksy.
Okay, there you go.
So it's like, he's not licensed, but he's making money. So let's talk about that for a second.
So yeah, like you brought up, I kind of picked up the hobby during COVID. I got really bored. My friends started looking like real homeless, and one of my boys actually, he plays baseball at Alabama.
Wow.
Back in the time, his dad was cutting his hair like growing up, and he was giving him like the most atrocious like
Butchering
bowl
his
cuts.
hair.
Horrible.
Yeah, it was like a borderline crime. So he was real open to it, you know. We're like shopping for guitars, picking up random hobbies, and so like one day after Guitar Center, he's like, "Yo, so you want to like cut my hair? What's up? Whatever." So I FaceTime one of my friends, Matthew. Shout out Matthew.
Shout out Matt.
He screen records like the whole process of me cutting his hair, and he already had his own clippers. Like he had the trimmers his dad used, the clippers, all the guards. It was pretty good actually.
Right.
It started from there. Took a nice picture. It was just like like a 2 on the side.
Yeah.
Kept it simple, and then slowly but surely, I cut my dad's hair, and then I realized, I'm gonna be going to college. I need a little side hustle to make some money for gas and food because I'm a commuter too. So,
True. And your Starbucks every day.
dude, I dropped that a long time ago.
Okay, I'm proud of you.
So yeah, now it's like Celsius, but that's also awful for you.
Oh,
Apparently.
God.
All that sucralose
Yeah.
and whatnot. Yeah, so I picked it up. I hit up local barbers who are like pretty big in the industry, at least as far as like Palm Beach County goes. So I talked to one of my guys. His name is Andy. He used to work with Wall.
Okay.
So when he worked with Wall, I bought like a combo off of him, and that kind of helped me build more clientele. I started I was cutting my friend's dad hair in Lake Clark Shores. Haven't heard a call back from him, but that's fine because I was just getting started.
Yeah.
Dude, no, honestly, like some of my first ever fades, like if you ask Jonathan and Jimmy, they would be like, yeah, this is a good haircut, man. And then now that I look at the pictures now, I'm like,
that's the worst haircut ever.
it was hard to watch. Yeah, so like actually as these past 2 weeks, it's been crazy. So PBA being like a business school, they don't really like stop me or hinder me from like doing my thing.
Right.
So I kind of just go to like the dorm lobby. I set up Booksy originally to do like the PBA thing where I just like have 2 to 3 days out of the week, and they'll just like perfectly book their appointments just like that.
Gotcha.
And it was last Thursday, I believe. I started getting like 5-star reviews from all the kids at PBA, so like it put me up like the Booksy algorithm.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so I had actually a client book with me on Thursday, and I had no idea because I was cutting hair and I wasn't really checking my phone.
Yeah.
So as I'm heading over to like Kings, I was just gonna go support my little cousin playing volleyball.
Yeah.
I get a call. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, hey, I booked an appointment with you, but I'm kind of lost because the address on my Booksy is Palm Beach Atlantic University.
Oh.
So he has no idea where to go. So I'm like, honestly, dude, thanks for reaching out. I'm so sorry.
Oh, shoot, bro.
Yeah. So it's like just like a random client. I was like, wow, this is moving really fast.
Yeah.
So like I literally took apart my whole Booksy. I had a system to where like I have the PBA students book in their own section, and then like I would do the house calls on top of that.
So what he's good for is that he goes to you. So it's like it's so convenient, and I find that like the most interesting part. And another crazy part to talk about is that your equipment. You like now you're getting the top gear.
Yeah.
If you were to go to his car, he has all his travel stuff with him all the time, and it's like these things cost well over $100. Like, and there's multiple.
Yeah, I would say especially in like the last 2 months, I've been dealing with a lot of problems like with my clippers and stuff.
Right.
I probably spent a good like $500
Right.
in like the last 2 months.
And it's a lot to maintain.
Yeah.
But we appreciate the hustle and we love the grind. We're all about that. And the person right before you, Gordy, he's hopping into real estate. And
Yeah, bro.
we're not making what? We're not gonna share like how much he's making, but what he told us, it's like, it's possible. Like it's possible if you grind at our young of an age to make good money.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. My question is, are you ever going to, what Dylan said earlier, get your license or?
So the way I see my career in like the next 5 to 10 years is that hopefully I want to get my my barber education out of the way before I get my bachelor's done, so I could just like hop right into a shop. I don't want to work like full time just cutting hair.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to like own my own few shops in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
Because obviously like there's so much ways to make money nowadays.
Yeah. I agree.
There you
And
go.
it's like barbershops are like a hot commodity. Like
Yeah.
they're never gonna.
And someone like Dylan, I mean, not Dylan himself, but Dylan gets haircuts way too often.
Mark Ayed gets haircuts every like 10 days.
Yeah.
I don't give him that much. I did 3 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where do you go, if I may ask?
I go to Suave Blends in I think it's Blurry Fades. Is
Yeah,
where he's at
Blurry.
now.
I used to go there.
You know, Blurry, yeah.
Okay.
But, hey, I appreciate the hustle, and I appreciate the grind,
Of course.
and I hope your success keeps going in that. Now, I have a totally different topic. But I want to bring it up because I didn't bring it up in my... Oh, Fox News, possible reasons why Putin raised nuclear forces alert status. I have never received so many notifications about this thing going on. Dylan,
Yeah, my phone's blowing up.
Ukraine versus Russia, and I wanted to get your opinion on it because you and I talk news all the time. Are you heavy invested into this, or you don't really matter because America's not?
I mean, it does matter, but my opinion, I'll share like a quarter of it. I mean,
Man, yeah.
there's a lot of it that I just feel like does not need to be involved with other people, just because everyone has their own opinion. And
I have a question. I have this question.
mm-hmm.
There's a thing called NATO, and it's like if one of the countries are in help or need help for fighting, then we all help. Blah blah blah. And America is always like, yes, we support allies. Blah blah blah. But the question of the day is like, when it really comes down to it, and a missile does fly, or even the worst outcome, like a nuclear missile flies, whatever, is America first? Like we say, like, are we keeping America first? So that means we're staying out of it, or are we going to put America on the line to help? Like,
I'm pretty sure we're halfway. Like, we're gonna put some people. I don't think we're gonna put people out there, but I think we're gonna send help.
yeah.
I know we're probably gonna put our foot halfway through the door, and it's probably
Yeah, I was gonna
it's
say
bad.
like it's kind of like a gray area because
Yeah.
you know Biden as a president, like he'll be saying these things that like aren't always guaranteed, you know.
Right.
And then there'll be like presidents like Trump where he's very blunt and honest. And I was actually just listening to like a few podcasts with like Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro,
Oh yeah.
and they're like, yeah, they're just like he's kind of in between.
Yeah.
Like he wants to do something, but at the same time he's trying to like calm the American people down.
And it's a big question of pleasing and oh, we
Can't
talk-
please everyone.
and
You really
wanting
can't.
more. Like we always be talking about wanting more. I don't know. Like I don't know what you do as a politician. If I was in charge.
So do you know the whole story about this? How it started and everything? Do you know anything about it? You did
Yeah.
Research.
Yeah. I think I know a little. I should know way more, but it's like Putin wants to have Ukraine back, and I guess some borderline of it.
Yeah, and then he.
But like where did it start though? Like Cold War.
There was a bunch of shit going on. Long
Yeah.
story short, in Ukraine, and he stepped in to stop it. And a lot of people are now saying that it's unnecessary and that they can handle their own problems,
Yeah.
and they didn't need him butting in. And I don't know. From there on out, it started a war pretty much.
So it's like the Soviet Union. It wants to have it back.
Yeah, because the Soviet Union got split up. But I
Right.
mean, it's crazy because the Soviet Union has been so strong for ever. I mean,
Right.
I've never heard of a time when the Soviet Union has fought each other. So
Right. And so he wants to have Ukraine back, and Ukraine doesn't want to go back, and
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And if Ukraine goes into NATO, then he feels like he lost. Okay, everyone doesn't understand why Putin wants Ukraine. Do you understand why? I can tell you. Putin wants Ukraine because Ukraine is the only thing that's guarding Putin from his allies, from his enemies, from other countries. It's just this chunk of land called Ukraine, and it's like the borderline. If someone has Ukraine, then you can go directly into Russia and get.
And it's not a part of NATO, is it?
Well, that night. So from what I understand, it wants to be a part of NATO. And
But then I think Putin like threatened them that if they join NATO,
these
then
are
they would suffer
overtaken.
more.
And
Exactly.
that's where we are.
Yeah.
Which is this crazy thing because Putin feels as a president, which kind of is crazy. But if we put ourselves in Putin's shoes, agree with say if you agree or don't agree, you're scared for your country. So you're gonna do whatever it takes to guard your country. So let's take over Ukraine, make it our wall, like Trump would say, and therefore we're okay.
But my question is like, what would you say to the people who would compare Hitler and Putin?
Hitler and Putin. I've seen not DMs. I've seen Instagram stories saying that their tactics are very similar.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't like he was just a few weeks ago he was saying to like social media how this was just like a minor surgical procedure, and all of a
Right.
sudden they're dropping these airstrikes.
Right, and tanks, which Hitler did do the same.
Yeah.
And actually, Hitler also, from what I understand, if you're gonna fight another country, you're supposed to give them a heads up. Like Syria would get a heads up. We are going to bomb you in this day or in this many hours. But Putin, right after his speech, just went straight into it.
Yeah.
Which is like, I thought there was supposed to be a warning of some sort for everybody.
And I first discovered it when I was with my boy Mark at Applebee's after a beautiful workout at Crunch.
Ayed? Or
Yeah, Ayed.
Shout out to Mark Ayed, yeah.
Shout out Mark Ayed. So he was telling me how, or actually no, he wasn't telling me. I have the Daily Wire. That's kind of what I use for like domestic and global news.
Yeah.
I just got I saw all those videos from like all the airstrikes, and this is kind of heartbreaking, because also I mean there's a student at PBA who is very close with Ukraine.
Same, I have a Ukrainian friend too.
Yeah, and like apparently her family is like all American citizens, but they're in Ukraine right now, and since she has a lot of younger sisters,
Yeah.
I don't know why they're in Ukraine, but she has a lot of younger sisters who thinks that there's just like fireworks going on, and little do they know like what's going on deep
that's
inside.
Messed up. That's messed up.
So
People always, I mean, I guess it is political. It's just like you have one side, like the left, saying, "Oh, what can we do? What should we do?" We have the right side, like complaining, saying Biden's the mess of all of this and stuff. And it's like at the end of the day, I think Americans are all in the same thing, which is like security. It's just to what point do we say no? We're putting us first, and we don't care about Ukraine, even though they're trying to. Like, they're our allies. So I don't know. It's a crazy mess. I think about it a lot, but
I know you do. You send me TikToks all the time
I
about it.
tag you in so many things, or I send you them. It bothers me that like, okay, have y'all seen the Twitter post that went viral of a girl riding her bike and getting hit by the missile?
I haven't seen it. I've been on my phone recently.
It's just that normal civilians every day are getting killed.
Yeah.
There's a tank and it was driving down the road and there's a car parked on the right, like a grandma in the car.
Mhm.
The tank could have went straight. It just chose to go over the car and destroy the car and kill
Oh
it.
shit.
So it's like, war is nasty and it'll forever be nasty.
And also what we're seeing is like it's not like what's the president's name of Ukraine? It's like Zelensky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like he's like backing down from it immediately.
Have you seen that?
He's talking about handing out weapons
He's
to just
on the
casual
battlefield.
civilians.
Like the president is on the battlefield
Yeah.
holding a gun and wearing a helmet. And I was like, what a crazy heroish thing for him to do. Oh man. Anyways, Dylan, I was thinking about this when I was asking Mark. He got a hobby during COVID, cutting hair. Did you gain anything? Like, did you get podcasting?
This, I guess.
Podcasting is
Time out. Can we, before we go into a different topic, I actually looked up some numbers about the whole Ukrainian-Russia thing.
Yeah.
Like about how many troops they have and how much money they spent.
Someone does their fucking research.
I know my research.
Yeah, this man, he's like an inspiration when it comes to this stuff. So Ukrainian's military is worth about $4 billion compared to Russia's $45 billion. And I think as of now, Russia has 900,000 troops versus Ukrainians 196,000.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, Russia
1
could
to
walk
9?
all over them if they wanted to.
Yeah, we'll see what happens,
We'll
man.
see what happens. Pray for
the
you.
best.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
say the same thing. That's the craziest mess.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you guys.
No. That's no, bro.
This is your
I
time.
know we're all over the place, but I wanted to bring up Ukraine in one of my podcasts at least because I am so interested into it in Russia. But podcasting was a good answer from doing this whole pandemic.
I guess everything branched from COVID. I don't know. Gym.
But you always went to a gym.
Not as much. In COVID, that's when it really started.
Tattoos?
Yeah, that too. I kind of just completely changed after COVID, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Would you say it's helped you? Like
What?
as of now? Just kind of like
COVID?
what COVID put you through?
Yeah, I guess. Definitely made me like business-wise
Well, you went
skip
through
more
hell
things.
actually during.
Yeah, I went through a lot, and I guess it just kind of like changed me. I kind of became more like, this is like my only life, and I feel like I need to make something of it. So I started the podcast. I started Flash Hoops. Started getting more serious about basketball. Going back into college, finding more ways to make money, stocks, investing, assets, businesses. I mean, there's a lot of stuff under the way.
True.
That's another thing about the whole Russia-Ukrainian thing. My stocks aren't looking too good.
Yeah, no, it's
you
really
said-
bad. The
yeah.
stock market's gonna be it's a bare metal market. It's not gonna be the same for a couple of years.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that I'm in, it's gonna take 2 years for me to get back up. It's really bad.
And crypto's down too.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but
Yeah.
the regular market's terrible. That's why trying to keep this under wraps. But I'm gonna start investing in assets
Like
and
real estate?
yeah.
Well,
Not real estate, more like businesses.
Actually, that's funny because my mom bought a property in this neighborhood about like 3 months ago, and it's already sold.
A house.
Yeah, I'm pretty
That's
sure she
crazy.
didn't like. It didn't take her long. Like, and it was a foreclosure property, which is kind of what she does.
It's a
And-
seller's market right
yeah.
now. So
Yeah.
that's I was talking about buying.
Can you explain a little bit more? I'm interested. Or is this
So,
under the wraps?
It's really under the wraps, but I'm just gonna put it out like this. So like I was talking to my dad and my family and my friends, people that are managers, and just a lot of the connections I have, and we're thinking we're gonna either start our own or buy a business out, and that's gonna be a great way of making money right now while the market's down. So
I agree.
we live in America, the country of opportunity. So I figured can't make money in stocks, and I have a lot of side jobs, but I don't really have time to have a full-time job, so I figured might as well add another side job to it and see if we can do something. So this is in the works. So it's just a
Entrepreneurship. That's
yeah,
what
it's just something that we threw out there, and we're probably gonna do it. We're just gonna wait a little while and check out the waters and see what's going on.
Yeah.
I find it crazy with people that do stocks like full time with how like unbalanced it
daily
is,
training?
it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I get killed.
Yeah.
I'd never do it full time. I can't. I'm long term right now. I just have
I'm
like
long term too.
have a good amount of money just sitting there, just waiting for 2 years probably to turn it around.
How much money do you have to make a year for you to fully become like, let's say 10 years from now? What number can you see you make a year that you would be like, okay, I really do not care if I make a single more penny?
No number.
I knew you were gonna say that.
None. I feel like I just need money. I spend a shit ton of money. So
Okay, but like
Likewise.
a million a year, or
it's not enough.
no?
No. If I could be like content,
Yeah.
I don't think a per year price. It would be like per deal or per like business or per like month or like per
Mm-mm.
like
Yeah.
accomplishment.
Yeah.
Like I make $45 million doing a business deal or $10 million with a show like what me and Gordy were talking about or
Yeah.
some shit like that kind of stuff.
I agree. Mark, if you had to, okay, so I know you're in like your major now. I don't know what you're going to do with it, but is there a random dream of yours that you wanted to do as a kid, but like in our culture, it got shut down, or were you raised that you could just really do anything you want?
Well, thankfully, my parents were pretty flexible because if you live in like an Egyptian household, or I'm pretty sure any foreign household, they want you to be like all these doctors, dentistry.
Yeah. Mark said the
And
same
growing up, I was never like a fan of my science classes.
Right.
Like it kind of just flew right by me.
Right.
And I mean, they were pretty open to whatever I wanted to do. Like my parents support like my hair cutting journey. They don't want me to do it full time, especially since like I'm really young. So actually, I was just at a camp this weekend. It was a Christ Fellowship retreat, and I got to meet a lot of great people.
Yeah.
I was talking to this one guy. He's 26 years old. He does e-commerce, and as we're just chilling by the
We have a few of
bonfire,
those friends.
we're just chilling by the bonfire, and I'm like, so what would you tell like your 19-year-old self? As if I'm like freaking Vic Blends or something. Just to be like, yo man, what do you do? What not?
Yeah.
And he's like, don't be afraid to like try new things, take risks. Especially at a young age. I don't really have much to lose
True.
besides
Yeah.
like a few dollars.
I thought e-commerce was dead, but I guess it's still a thing.
No,
Yeah.
it's big. It's
I live
still
on
big.
Amazon now.
Yeah.
Right, but
There you go.
it's just like, do you know the whole thing like Shopify versus Amazon and stuff like that? I don't understand. I have to look more deep into it.
Yeah.
Risk, bro. Risk is like risk is the word of the year for me. It's like, how much are you willing to risk to gain? But at the same time, if you risk it, how much are you willing to lose? And I always think about that, and I totally agree with that statement. It's like we're young, so why not go crazy now?
If you guys are looking for a long-term stock, I was educated on this one. It's called Broccoli.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it's like a partnership with Apple where it enhances like the technology in the Apple Watches. It's pretty cheap now, so.
Oh.
What's it at?
I bought it at like $6 and change, but I think
Mhm.
it's at like 3 something now.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
But what do you think it's gonna shoot up to? What's the
Projected?
project? Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if it's a partnership with Apple, I don't know where it's
it always
projected at.
goes up. If it's Apple.
It's got to go up. I just don't know.
Just gotta
Like,
be patient, dude.
yeah.
Long term.
Patience
all my
is
stuff
key.
is long term, really. I don't
Did
really
you
care.
buy into what's that Tesla competitor?
Lucid.
Did you
I
buy-
accidentally bought Lucid Diagnostics in China.
I haven't touched anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
You bought the wrong one?
Yeah, I bought the wrong one, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's going up, so I can't complain.
Yeah, it's
There you
China,
go.
man. Yeah. No, I agree. I know we're coming close to this whole time thing, but dreams, risk, goals, Ukraine and Russia, everything's a mess.
I
Yeah.
know, man.
But at the end of the day,
It's
it's
tough
like what Gordy was saying earlier, which is, he would drop before this video, right? It's like everything's for us if we really put our mind to it. It's like you want to be the best barber in the world, go for it. But at the same time, you want to be the best barber doing real estate while you go to the moon. Why not? Like why not? Why not push yourself to the limit? And I really pray this whole Ukraine thing goes away and everyone can come back to this like peace of mind in all the nations. It's like everyone can, because when we're all having no issue, we all grow and then we all fall again. So it's like I hope soon.
This is the most prosperous times though. When you're dealing with hard times, it really makes
Defines who you are.
it makes
Really.
tough people out of tough situations, and then
Right.
you figure out how to make or break in these hard times. So
Yeah.
I'm sure this will come out of so I'm sure something good will come out of this.
I think so too. And Mark, we gotta have you back on the podcast, man.
I'd love to be here.
Thanks for
was
coming on. It was a pleasure.
blessing to have
Yes,
you.
of course. Thank you for having me.
For everyone watching, we appreciate. Look, I'm not gonna set this up. We appreciate your ears to listen, like that, and like and follow and subscribe and comment. And if you're in the area, hit him up. Hey, you want to shout out your
Yeah, plug your stuff.
Plug
Yeah,
your
where to
so
get you at.
my personal Instagram is at the life of Mark Hanna. My Barber account is the Blender Boy _. Check it out.
Shout out, bro. I appreciate everyone watching. And
Oh wait, we
That's
forgot to
subscribe
mention
button.
something.
Yeah.
When we were talking about how much Mark Sadek pays me for a haircut.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. You guys know family doesn't really pay family
See,
that
yeah,
well.
okay, here we go.
And so it's,
Family's there to support though, right?
It's a Mark thing,
you're
right?
supposed to have free cuts if you're family. Like you're not gonna go to your uncle and be like, hey, let me pay you $20. So he's my cousin, so I only pay him $2 for my haircuts.
I dropped this message in a
At that
friend
point,
group
there's no
chat.
point in paying him.
I know. I was like, look, you know what, guys? I love giving you the free haircuts, but I could always appreciate support. And this was after I spent like the $500 on equipment. So what does he do? He gets a haircut the next week, and I get $2.
Yeah, the funny thing is, not only did I give him $2, he's allowed me back $2.01. So
You're welcome.
I appreciate it, bro. You're the best barber.
So he paid you for cutting your
He paid,
hair.
yeah, he paid me.
That's right.
But the next time I paid him $4.69.
And sometimes, I feel cheap hanging out with certain friend groups, and then I hang out with you, I feel like Elon Musk.
yeah, no, it's truly a blessing, bro. I appreciate it. We should keep hanging out.
Mark's made of money, guys. You heard it here first.
Let's go.
All right, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below who you want to see on next. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, it's been a pleasure.
Peace.